The Indian and I. I was out feeding my goats when I saw this strange blonde woman dancing in front of my four-legged mammals. I approached this woman and discovered that she was in fact a modern Native American and on the other hand a male. I asked him why was he dancing in front of my goats, and he explained that he was trying to avert war between his and the goat kind. The dumb mammals and his kind seemed to be perfect for each other. He then told me his name was Squatto, for he was the first one among his tribe to learn how to excrete many nasty things, squatting. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, I decided to civilize him and treat him to a proper nourishing meal of celery and Snickers. We walked to the house, where he received a grievous injury, and burdening my manly figure, I threw him upon my shoulders and carried him in. I brought him in and introduced him to the TV, where he soon fell in love with the famed cartoon show Ed, Edd, and this Eddy. He asked many questions about this Ed, and this Eddy, and I then gave him a lecture on English politics, which is the correct way to proceed when you have no clue what's going on. We then did an cultural exchange of dances, him doing the Indian peace dance, and me rocking out and rolled. I began to make my Thanksgiving meal of celery and M&Ms when the Indian began sticking his head into many things, including the machine in which my laundry had been washing 2 hours beforehand. While I was preparing dinner, he came back after several minutes. I was mystified and asked him what he was doing. He told me he was alleviating himself. But it just turned out to be a bar of Snickers. I then showed him many ways to entertain ourselves in this dark age. It turns out his button mashing skills had much more effect on the high score than my careful and thought out strategy. The phone started to ring and he started to bark at it like a cat barking at a dog. I then tried to answer the phone and he ran off with it. He came back several hours later, talking to a Mr. Squarepants who lives under the sea. We then had our Thanksgiving meal of celery. Oh, celery, thou art so great. He then revealed to me that he was fructose intolerant and passed out in front of me. I gasped. I began to run my hands through his thick, luscious locks and discovered it was in fact a wig. It turns out he's a Mexican and he made a run for it. He ran away, and me realizing that he had several state secrets, I shot him with a banana. And that is the story of the modern Indian and I.